Good morning. Good morning, Facebook friend. It's Karen here in my little tiny home, and I thought I'll share a little bit of my preparation for today. Today is a little bit quiet today for me. I get to really spend time doing things that I really love. So I thought, what better way can I start the day with doing a sharing with you guys so you can tap into my little world. I used to say years back when I worked a lot with clients one-on-one, wouldn't it be great if they could actually come and live with you for a bit and actually see how you do life, because we all do life differently, don't we? By the way, if you're joining me, say hi. Even if you watch the replay, I know it's a very strange time to go live. It's about 10 to 9, so a lot of you are getting ready for your day, for work. You may be taking the kids to school and so on. Good morning. Good to see there's someone here liking. I can't actually see who's watching. I'm just going to keep going, but feel free to put something in the comments. I've had an early morning. I got up about 5. I connected in with some of my Swedish friends. I did a little bit of sharing and connecting in, sharing about the beautiful turmeric drops that I've got here actually on the desk. So I was talking about curcumin this morning and the benefits, and I did a presentation in Swedish, of course, with my Swedish crew, so that was really good. And if you, by the way, you're Swedish and you want to listen in, I can certainly send the recording to you. You can learn about a little bit about inflammation and also their incredible benefits with curcumin, which is turmeric. You know, the turmeric powder that is well known. A lot of us cook with the turmeric powders and make drinks and so on. I've showed you how I make my potent drink in one of the last lives, where I put spices and I actually include turmeric in it, and it's actually cinnamon, ginger, turmeric. It's got some cayenne pepper, and it's got honey and a little bit of black pepper. And I take a bit of 1/2 to 1 teaspoon if you want a really strong, and I drink that in the morning. It's really, really good for inflammation and digestion. So yes, I did a live about these drops with my Swedish crew, so that was really good. And then I felt like a little cuddle with my grandkids. So I went in and had a little cuddle with them. So I'm very privileged that way, that I'm just living 50 meters away basically, and I can go in there and help out. So that was the start of my day, and it's not even 9 yet. And then what I did, I went over to next doors, and I found some goodies in the garden. I found the zucchini, and I found fresh basil. Hey, fresh basil is amazing. The smell of this is just so good. And I got these lovely fresh tomatoes. I actually got 2 eggs from the chooks, and I got some beetroot. More beetroot. I've got a whole stack of beetroot here, and I really today, because this is my quieter day, I've got a really full-on day. Lots of stuff going on tomorrow and the next day, and so I got to get into doing my juicing for today. And I'm going to actually make a bit of an omelette, I thought. I'll make an egg, and for breakfast, I'll make 2 eggs, and I'm going to chop up a little bit of basil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slice up some tomato and basil. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and I'll be chatting to you while I do it. So this tomato looks good to me. It is just the best to have a fresh produce like that. So I'm very lucky. Very lucky. Look at that. Beautiful tomato. Smells amazing. So I am staying away from I was going to say from wheat most of the time. Unless, well, really most of the time now, apart from some exceptions, and I'll tell you about that soon. If I am ever going to have any bread, I buy really good sourdough, because that's the way to go with bread. There's local breads on the Surf Coast. There's one company in Torquay, it's called Irawara, I think it's called, and it is really good quality sourdough. So I can hear the grandkids out there. I hope they're not dropping in right now. Well, it would be nice, they can join me in the live, but they're on the way to kinder and daycare. Yeah, so I really haven't had any bread much for quite a while. There's my basil on top of the tomato. But I tell you what happened yesterday. You know, I'm not that really super strict. You know, I like, you know, going with the flow really. If I feel like having something, I will be having something. But yesterday I was helping out an Italian lady cleaning out her cupboards, cleaning her whole house. And whilst I was doing that, she was putting a tomato sauce together. So I got the Italian tips of how to make really good tomato-based sauce. So she said, you do some onion, cut up some onion, fry some onion, and then put the really good quality passata in, like the tomato-based sauce. And she said the key is to simmer it for 2 to 3 hours. So a long time. Anyway, so she's simmering away with garlic. Smelled amazing. And then later on she boiled up some really good quality pasta, not cheap pasta, really good quality pasta. And she got some really good quality pecorino and parmesan and all that, the best cheeses ever. Oh my God, I'm smelling this. Anyway, she said, you're going to have lunch here. So I was cleaning for about 4 hours. When it came to 3.5 hours, she said, come and sit down, have some food. So she'd set up the table with all these amazing bowl of pasta, obviously wheat, that I normally don't eat, but I had to have it. It was so good. I said, I won't be able to eat all that. But she said, oh, yeah, eat what you can. But if you feel like eating it all, eat it all. And of course I did. It was so yummy. And we're talking about herbs and spices. She said, I don't put anything in the sauces. Us Italians, what we do, we put the spices on the table, and we put fresh herbs and spices on top of, you know, the food, if we want to have that. Some people, like she said, my grandkids doesn't like it really strong. So, but that's how they tend to do it. And that was really lovely. And the thing is, she did something incredible with the zucchini. She had kind of pickled zucchini, and it was incredible. So I'm going to actually do that with these two. So what she did was a couple of minutes, just slice it up, not the soft part in the middle, but, you know, more the harder part. Sliced it kind of in, yeah, nice slices. Simmer it for a couple of minutes in water and white vinegar. And then, so it's still quite sort of hard, you know, like pickles kind of. And then she mixes it with olive oil, good quality olive oil when it's cooled down, and some oregano. And oh my God, that was so good. And then she boiled up some eggs, and then she put them in a plate and poured some of that tomato sauce on top, and then we could take an egg and put with the pasta too. So that was the protein. And that was so good. I was like, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. They just love me too. I do such a good job, you know, fixing up and cleaning up. I am a bit of an organizer, and I love being really neat and organised, you know, at home. And I think it's really messy here now, but it's harder when you've got a small space. You've got to be more organised. And not having a big kitchen for me is kind of, oh, well, it is what it is at the moment. You do what you can. Yeah, so before I was going to leave, she said to her husband, give her a bottle of wines. I got a bottle of nice white wine too to take home. I actually got to bring it in from the car. It's in the van still. So that was really lovely. So I'm very blessed. I get to learn some of the Italian food, and I get to connect with people. Look at this tomato, by the way. Tomato and basso anillo, tipped it off the table there. So yes, that was wonderful. So I got to do that with these zucchini. But what you can do too is just grate it, and you can put it in your omelette. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do the pickles with these too. But I'm going to do an egg. And what I got, because this stove doesn't work, so I bought a little induction plate. If you've seen a little induction plate, amazing if you've got a small space only. I've got one pot at the moment. That's what I've got. And that is a deep frying pan. I could even boil it, but I've got to get a bigger pot so I can actually boil up things. I can boil a little bit here, but I live very simple. I eat a lot of raw things. I made a salad. And what I do with a salad, or it's here in the wash, but I actually fill up a jar, glass jar. I had a lot of just raw vegetables. So I'm addicted to red cabbage. I'm addicted to cabbage. Cabbage is really good. I had capsicum, I had onion, and a few bits of cucumber and stuff like that in there, and then I had a dressing in there, and I love eating that. So I can eat a lot of raw food too, but saying that, I do love to get some warm food now and then. And when I had that pasta yesterday, that was just so good. So I'm going to keep on cutting here. So I'm preparing the juice. I might as well do that, because when we are busy, we've got to be more organised. There's no way around it, eh? If you're not organised, life is a lot harder. So I'm just going to get my juicer out. I know it's a bit of a pain sometimes cleaning the juicer. So when I do a juice, I do quite a bit of stuff, and I fill up 2 big jars of juice. Say last me a couple of days, and yeah, so I tend to keep it really simple, and the only thing that I kind of going to have in the next few days with the raw salads is smoked salmon. I do like a little bit of smoked salmon. My health type that I am really likes smoked salmon and a lot of vegetables. We all got different body types, health types. That's based on you know, your blueprint, your epigenetics. So I actually do health type testing. You guys may not know that. I don't often talk about a lot of the different stuff that I do, but I need to start doing it so I can help more people. It is a thorough test I do, and you find out what you are, and it gives you basically an idea of what foods are more suitable for you, and some foods are more suitable for some people than others. So, you know, to say that just being in a keto diet's good for everyone, it's not. I mean, initially you have massive results on a keto diet. Of course you do, because, you know, just eating protein all the time is going to make you lose weight for sure. But you've got to think about the gut long term as well. I mean, there's so much out there, but I think just remember one fit it's not for everyone, if that makes sense. And if you are really in tune, I think you feel what's going to work best for you. Like if you're a really active person, I've always liked eating, you know, some obviously carbohydrate, because that's going to give you the energy quicker than having to go through the process of the body getting used to converting, you know, the proteins into energy. So I think, you know, it's one thing to look at quick fixes, but, you know, long term, you've got to look at that too, and not just think the immediate result. For me, it's always about lifestyle, guys. It's, you know, there's things that I really want to have, you know, and to deprive myself from, you know, things that I really, really like, it just doesn't really sit well with me. I don't think it's sustainable. Life is about living and enjoying, you know, enjoying these good things, you know, and yeah. But each to their own. We make our own decisions, eh, of how we do it. But yeah, back to the health testing, the personalised testing I do. Anyone that want to learn about that can certainly contact me. So today I'm going to organise not just my food, I'm going to organise and plan out a lot of other things too, events. We're soon in February, and wow, time just goes so quickly. I cannot believe we're already the end of January. There's a lot of things coming up for me in February, and I'm going to sit and plan out all of February. I've got so much work coming up. I'm actually getting into doing the thing that I've done, you know, a lot, and that is personal train people. That is my passion, one of my passions. So I've got a couple of clients coming up in this week, and that is in person at a gym in here in the Geelong area, and I've started teaching more classes around the place. I'll be doing a sound healing in the new Body Mind Spirit Hub, so I've really got to get into that and plan out my session there. And I've actually had a bit of an issue with my throat, so I haven't been able to use my voice much, but it's coming back, and so I really got to get that right for the sound healing, and come up with a really good session there so people can absolutely love it. And so that's exciting. First time in the Body Mind Spirit Hub. So that will be exciting. I'm setting up all my events on my website, just so you know, on karenhartberg.com.au. Under the home, there's an events page, and then you can actually go in and see what I'm doing. And that seems to work well. It's all linked to Eventbrite as well, and I do tend to set up the events on Facebook too. But yeah, I hope my voice starts to improve. I can feel even the straining. I think I actually really strained the vocal cords. But what I've noticed too that I want to share with you, and that is when I had a little bit of not coconut yogurt. I had a little bit of Greek yogurt, which normally I tend to stick away from dairy completely, but now and then I think a little bit of Greek yogurt is not going to hurt me. But as soon as I started having that, I ended up a little bit like thicker, a little bit of mucus in the back of my throat. So now I'm cutting out that as well. and it seems to be working. So that is one thing with dairy. It's not ideal. I know it's not ideal for me, even though I do love some kefirs and that sort of stuff. I guess it's a European thing to eat a lot of that sort of kefir thing. So guys, I see some new people joining. I'm just talking about planning the routine, what I've done this morning. I'm just preparing my breakfast with freshly cut tomato and basil. I've got eggs from the chooks, so I'm going to actually fry a couple of eggs this morning on my inverter and the plate that it heats up. The good thing about one of those plates, takes up no room. This is how small it is. That's how small it is. Plugs into electricity, very thin, but oh boy, does that heat up quick. It's like instant. So for someone like me that likes things done bang like that, it is perfect. It's just perfect. It's so good. So I'm going to do fried eggs, then have with the tomato and the basil. And then I've cut up things for the juice here. So I've got a whole bowl of beetroot, I've got carrot, I've got a whole bowl of apple, I've got a lemon, a lime, ginger. I'm actually going to throw in another lemon because they're getting a little bit on the old side. And I've got, and I'm going to do one orange too. So when I peel the orange, I just take the yellow, stuff and keep as much as the white stuff because that's the good stuff in there. The juicer can't handle the skin. In one of my juicing videos, I was talking about how you actually prepare, how to clean the fruit and so on before. You can check out that video. That was a couple of days ago. But yeah, I'm cutting up an orange too, and I love orange. So good. So I'll put the orange on top there. Not a lot of the orange and the sweet, mainly, a lot of beetroot and carrot. That's how I like it. So, have you got your stuff prepared for today? And I'd love to hear how you're going. The information is in the comment description of this video. Once it's ready, I probably will upload it onto my YouTube channel. I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I want to grow it. There's more lemon. So I can actually go live. And the reason for that is I can share what I do with more people. So that's the whole idea with that. Inspire more people. And I've got some free ebooks too. So make sure you check out. I've got a link in my bio or below in the description. Make sure you check that out and go and get the free ebook because I've got quite a few. I've got my top tips for manifesting wellness. Of course, you can go to my website as well and go and grab that. You can go and subscribe to my blog, of course, because you get some specials when you do that. And I've got a hormone harmony ebook. I have got a few different ones there. So also how to get started with essential oils is another thing that I really love. So there's a few free gifts for you there. But anyway, I'm going to wash my hands off, turn the camera off, and wish you a really good day. I'm going to start frying my egg. So I hope you have a good day, and I'm going to get started here and with feeding myself some good stuff, some fresh food. If you've got questions, if you want to get hold of me, put something in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.